Welcome back to Trivia Learner. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Can you ace this quiz? Let's go!
What nickname does Ken Takakura prefer people use instead of Okarun? None. He accepts Okarun. What happens to Momo's psychic powers if she loses focus? They vanish instantly. Who trains Okarun to better handle Turbo Granny's possession? Seiko Ayase. What is Aira Shiratori's special ability? Spirit vision. What is Kinta Sakata's personality trait? Loud and eccentric. Which yokai's power enhances Okarun's speed? Turbo Granny? What kind of aliens first abduct Okarun? Serpo aliens. Which item do the aliens steal from Okarun? His balls. How does Momo detect supernatural beings? Spiritual aura sense. What happens when Turbo Granny fuses more deeply with Okarun? His body distorts with yokai features. What's the first challenge Momo and Okarun face together? Turbo Granny. What location becomes a recurring battleground in early arcs? Abandoned hospital. Who gets abducted during the school festival arc? Aira. What is Evil Eye's true nature? A curse boy turned yokai. How does Okarun earn the respect of the crew? Saving Aira from aliens. What makes Seiko Ayase a feared exorcist? Her charms and talismans. Who often provides comic relief in the story? Kinta. How do aliens usually appear in Dandadan? Tall, with glowing eyes and advanced tech. What happens when Momo faints from power use? Okarun has to defend her. Who saves Momo when she nearly gets kidnapped by aliens? Okarun. What is Evil Eye's signature power? Eye beams. What does Okarun rely on in close combat? Speed and agility. Which character's powers are strongest against yokai? Momo. Which character is best against aliens? Okarun. How is Turbo Granny sealed after being exorcised? In a small object. What yokai devours human faces? Face Stealer. What happens when Aira unleashes her full power? She levitates and glows. Which yokai was sealed in the school? Evil Eye. What happens if Okarun loses Turbo Granny's power? He reverts to being weak. What happens when Momo and Okarun fight together? Their abilities synchronize. What theme is central in Dandadan? Clash between aliens and yokai. What motivates Okarun the most? Protecting Momo. What motivates Momo the most? Protecting her loved ones. What is Okarun insecure about? Being called Okarun. What is Momo insecure about? Her feelings for Okarun. What usually happens after big battles? Comedy relief moments. Which character blends seriousness and humor best? Seiko. What does Kinta constantly try to prove? Aliens are real. What is Momo and Okarun's relationship by part 2? Close friends with romantic tension.
Before we wrap up, our channel's open for brand collaborations. Interested? Email us.
What makes Dandadan unique compared to other shonen? Mix of romance, comedy, aliens, and yokai.
Welcome back to Trivia Learner. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Can you ace this quiz? Let's go!
Who is the main male protagonist of Dandadan? Okarun. What is Momo Ayase's special ability? Clairvoyance. What nickname does Momo give Ken Takakura? Okarun. Which entity possesses Okarun and gives him powers? Turbo Granny. What creature curses Momo Ayase early in the story? Turbo Granny. What unique ability does Okarun gain from Turbo Granny? Super Speed. What is Momo's grandmother's role? Shaman/exorcist. What emotion activates Momo's powers? Anger. What is Turbo Granny's original identity? A cursed yokai. What color is Okarun's hair after transforming? Silver. What do Momo and Okarun argue about in the beginning? Ghosts versus aliens. What pigment gives plants their green color? Hospital ruins. What object do aliens try to steal from Okarun? His genitals. What power do aliens in Dandadan often display? Teleportation. Who helps Okarun control Turbo Granny's powers? Momo Ayase. What high school do the characters attend? Jinbo High. What do the aliens call Okarun after his possession? Rocket Man. What happens when Momo uses too much power? She faints. What is the name of the giant crab yokai? Giant Crab Man. What is Okarun's biggest weakness? Losing his balls. Who is Seiko Ayase? Momo's grandmother. What is Seiko's specialty in exorcism? Sealing talismans. Who is Aira Shiratori? Classmate with spiritual powers. What is Kinta Sakata's passion? UFO research. What type of being is Turbo Granny? Yokai. Who helps exorcise Turbo Granny? Seiko Ayase. Which character is obsessed with proving aliens exist? Kinta. Who is the Serpo alien? A benevolent alien. What nickname do fans give Okarun in battle mode? Turbo Boy. What is the relationship between Momo and Okarun over time? Friends to lovers. What happens to Okarun when Turbo Granny's spirit takes over fully? He becomes monstrous. What supernatural entity do they face in the school arc? Evil Eyeball Yokai. What weapon does Seiko often use in battle? Talisman papers? What kind of energy fuels Momo's powers? Spiritual aura. What happens when Okarun runs at full speed? Creates sonic booms. Who defeats the giant crab yokai? Momo and Okarun together. What is the central theme of Dandadan? Love, friendship, and supernatural battles. Which yokai steals human faces? Face-stealing yokai. What is the unique blend of genres in Dandadan? Comedy, romance, supernatural, sci-fi.
Before we wrap up, our channel's open for brand collaborations. Interested? Email us.
What is Okarun's dream?
To confess to Momo.